Hello everyone. Netanyahu and Heaven. Can religious interpretations affect today's realities? Summary of the story. In this discussion, an important question is raised. Will Netanyahu, the Prime Minister of Israel, go to heaven according to his religious interpretations or not? According to the Old Testament text, the Jews received divine orders to kill and occupy the land. The historical story of the Israelites' migration from Egypt and their entry into the land of Canaan, where God commanded them to destroy their enemies, is an introduction to this issue. But do these divine orders still have a place in the current behavior of Israel and Netanyahu? Logical propositions. God's commands. Israel is acting according to the commands of the Old Testament, which refers to the killing and possession of the land. Exile and sin. The Jews sinned after settling in Canaan, and for this reason, God exiled them. This exile means the consequences of ignoring the divine commands, not believing in the exile. Netanyahu and Israel may not believe in the divine exile and its consequences and continue to repeat the mistakes of the past. Current consequences. The current killing and violence not only affect people's lives but also show the neglect of historical and spiritual consequences. Faith and calamities. According to traditions, the calamities that befall the Jews should be considered as a test and an opportunity to return to faith and worship God. Logical formula. If Netanyahu acts according to divine orders, then he must pay attention to its historical and spiritual consequences. If there is no belief in exile and divine calamities, then the current actions may lead to the repetition of historical mistakes. Commentary. This formula shows how religious interpretations and history can influence current behavior. Netanyahu and Israel may act according to the scriptures, but these actions must be placed in a moral and human framework. Also, not believing in divine exile and ignoring the calamities that God sends down as a mean to return to faith can lead to repeating the cycle of violence and killing. In this situation, one must ask whether Israel and Netanyahu use these calamities as a sign to return to faith and worship God. Conclusion. In order to prevent the repetition of historical mistakes and clarify a better future, it's necessary that religious interpretations be reviewed and evaluated based on human and moral principles. A proper understanding of history and its consequences can help create peace and better coexistence. Also, the Jews should pay attention to their exile and its consequences and come to the understanding that the calamities that befall them are an opportunity to strengthen their faith and return to divine principles. In your opinion, are the plagues coming down on the Jews a sign of a divine test or return to faith? Yes, these calamities are an opportunity to strengthen faith. No, these are just historical and political events. It depends on the interpretations of each person. It needs a new review and interpretation. Thank you so much for your attention.